Enjoy real value online with TM Pick and Pay Click and Collect. It's time for the news.
A very good evening. We are coming to you live from our Pocket Hill studios here in the capital, Harare. This is the Sunday edition. I am Tanaka Mnyenyua.
And I am Yvonne Mukondani. Pieces Monica gives us a bulletin in sign language, and Dora Nube will give us part of the bulletin from Montrose. But for now, let's take a look at the stories that we are leading with. The body of national hero Brigadier General retired Romeo Muchunguma now in Harare ahead of burial this Monday.
We celebrated the life of the late Vice President, Dr. Joshua Nkomo, in this week's I'm an African feature. Dr. Nkomo died on the 1st of July in 1999.
In that feature, we explore a unique way of a bride arriving for her wedding instead of the regular walk-in.
And in our look at sport, Zimbabwe's Warriors shine in the COSAFA tournament after edging Chipolopolo of Zambia 2-0.
Those are our leading stories again. Thank you for joining us. We begin with the main news.
The body of national hero Brigadier General retired Romeo Daniel Muchunguma is lying in state at Charles Kumbo Barracks in Harare ahead of burial at the National Heroes Eka this Monday.
The details.
The people of Makoni District and Manicaland Province have pledged to attend the burial ceremony in their numbers to give Brigadier General retired Muchunguma a befitting send-off.
Makoni, we are very happy. The late retired General Muchunguma.
Heroes Eka tutokurudzira vamwe vedu vese vasara kudzimba tibude takawanda tinocheme gamba redu.
Bona encourage kuti ngavoti zvichiita nemwoyo wangu nemaonero angu ndiri kutorwadziwa kuti ngavoti rusape yakarongeka tinde takawanda
tine uwandu dai takwanisa kubuda neuwandu hwedu so that we give him the befitting send-off that he deserves.
ZANU-PF Manicaland Provincial Secretary for Transport and Social Welfare, Comrade Stanley Mpawa, revealed that all transport logistical arrangements are now in place to ferry family and friends from Makoni District and Manicaland Province in general to the National Heroes Eka for the burial of the national hero.
Taisa bhazi rimwe chete pa constituency yega Headlands constituents, Makoni North, Makoni Central, Makoni South, one bus each. Then Makoni West kwavaibva taisa mabhazi maviri. Rimwe bhazi tarisa kumhuri yekwaMutsunguma richange chitakura vemhuri kuenda kuHeroes. Mabhazi aya totarisira kuti acharara kuno kuitira kuti vanhu vazobate nguva mangwana kuseni.
The board of Brigadier General retired Muchunguma arrived in Harare Sunday afternoon.
Meanwhile, the board of the National Hero Brigadier General retired Muchunguma has arrived at Charles Kumbo Barracks, where it will lie in state ahead of burial at the National Shrine on Monday. The board was received by friends, relatives, and government officials.
He would never accept any shortcuts. He was really an honest man.
He was loving and laughing, but me growing up, he was he was a father. He taught you how to survive.
Toda kutenda hurumende zvikuru tabatwa zvakanaka, watipa service yakanaka, uyezve tovatenda neruremekedzo rwavakapa sekuru kuti wave hero.
Brigadier General retired Muchunguma, who died on the 19th of this month at Tariro Medical Center in Rusape, is survived by 8 children and his wife Miriam.
Government has noted with concern the abuse of the Second Republic's participatory interactive platforms, which allow the contribution of all Zimbabweans in the development agenda.
The Second Republic introduced the participatory interactive platform, which allows the participation and contribution of all Zimbabweans in the development agenda through interactions, sometimes with President Emmerson Mnangagwa. While this has yielded positive results in nation building, government has noted with concern individuals abusing their proximity to the president for personal gains.
We've also come to realize that some individuals have been in the mischief of magnifying their social, political and economic standing through abusing that occasional interactive platform that has been brought about by the new dispensation, which seeks to ensure that we leave no one and no place behind, which is also part of the government architecture, as we seek to ensure that each and every Zimbabwean participates in nation building, each and every view and opinion is valued as we journey towards an upper middle income society by the year 2030. So braggadocio and name dropping, those do not belong to the new dispensation.
Government has put in place measures to deal decisively with these status seekers.
As government, we have prepared a legal framework and also directed state security and legal organizations within the government of Zimbabwe to institute legal and criminal proceedings against these individuals who seek to abuse that benevolence by His Excellency the President to magnify and abuse that occasional interactive platform for corruption and mischief purposes.
Meanwhile, it has been revealed by government that some anarchists are abusing social media platforms in subversive activities that undermine the rule of law. Patience Nyagato, SABC News, Harare.
The newly elected junior parliamentarians are ready to assume their duties with dedication as well as tackle issues affecting their peers in communities.
Preparations for the 32nd Junior Parliament are in full swing at the new Parliament building ahead of the opening scheduled for the 3rd of next month. Pius Nleya of Mzilikazi High in Bulawayo, who was elected as the new child president this Saturday, taking over from Nevu Mavu of Goromonza High, says he is ready to embark on this transformative journey.
I feel excited and overwhelmed at the same time after being elected as the 32nd president of the Junior Parliament of Zimbabwe. The vision is to ensure that our theme for the year, education for all children in Africa, the time is now, is fulfilled and fully met.
Zimbabwe Youth Council officials confirmed that all is set for the day.
We are ready to host the 32nd Junior Parliament session. We have done rehearsals with the child parliamentarians. We have done rehearsals with the Child Guard of Honor at Parliament, and all is set for the official opening of the Junior Parliament, which will take place on 3rd of July.
Stabile Mtigo of Midlands Province is the new Speaker of Parliament, while Bright Zendera from Masvingo Province takes over as Senate President. The Junior Parliament was established in 1991 as a move by government to engage children in policy-making processes. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Mount Hampden.
Government and its partners have scaled up construction of schools in Buhera with at least 3 new big schools and 27 satellite schools under construction.
Mutezo Primary School in Buhera Central, that was destroyed during the liberation struggle, is now under construction, with the government and its partners recently commissioning 2 classroom blocks at the facility. The villagers whose children were traveling long distances to access educational facilities are excited after witnessing the life-transforming development in their area.
We are very happy.
Kana ticha akangozi pamutezo unopafarira nekuti zvivakwa zvese zvapo.
Tinotenda hurumende zvayakatibatsira nazvo. Ngairambe yakadaro.
Nhasi uno tinofara ndizvo kuti vauya kuzotivhurira. Tiri mufaro wakakura.
Government and its partners have not only supported Mutezo Primary School, but many more schools have benefited from infrastructural development initiatives.
Tine 16 secondary schools which are satellite. Ne 11 primary schools are satellite, including this one.
Tinofara zvikuru senharaunda kuti tapuwa support yauya pamwe chete nefurniture inokwana maclassroom blocks ose ari pano pachikoro. Tapiwa reading material pachikoro pano inokwana kusvika 1,200 pieces.
We are supporting infrastructure development in line with our mandate as World Vision, so that children are educated for life.
Manicaland Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Advocate Mishek Mgadza, says the development reflects on government's commitment to provide quality education for the people.
Tiri kuda kutenda president wedu Dr. Idi Mnangagwa nekuprovide environment where you have ma-private players edu, ma-NGOs edu akaita sana World Vision vachishanda pamwechete zvakanaka nemapazi ehurumende.
In line with the devolution agenda, massive infrastructural developments are taking place in the health sector as the Second Republic seeks to improve health delivery system across the country. Kenya's Chivuje, ZBC News, Buera.
Stakeholders in the health sector have intensified the fight against non-communicable diseases among people living with HIV through streamlining screening services for the group.
Latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Childcare showed that the burden of non-communicable diseases, NCDs, among people living with HIV is increasing. ZBC News spoke to the technical advisor of the Organization for Public Health, Interventions and Development, Dr. Tafadzwa Bepe, who confirmed that diabetes and hypertension are the most prevalent NCDs in people living with HIV.
HIV results in a chronic inflammatory state, and this chronic inflammatory state results in organ damage, tissue damage. We've been supporting the Ministry of Health and Childcare in implementing an HIV NCDs integration program in Chitungwiza and Bulawayo. And what we've been finding out is 2 out of every 5 people living with HIV, so about 40%, do have hypertension. The prevalence, of course, of diabetes mellitus is a bit lower at 1%.
With the coexistence of HIV and NCDs posing a significant challenge for the health system, health stakeholders are working towards an integrated and comprehensive care for patients. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe's health sector is putting in place mechanisms to further strengthen HIV and AIDS prevention programs for children.
Whilst overall we have achieved the 95 targets, in general, children are still lagging behind. We have not yet achieved 95% of children being on effective treatment, and of those on effective treatment, we have still not achieved 95% of them having their viral load suppressed. So it is important that the prevention of mother-to-child transmission program is strengthened.
Expecting mothers are urged to seek antenatal care early to safeguard the health of their unborn babies and prevent mother-to-child transmission of HIV.
The Mashonaland West ZANU-PF Provincial Youth Executive held its Youth Inter-District Conference in Chinoi amid calls for young people to take advantage of government initiatives in place to empower them. Elsewhere, ZANU-PF youths from Masvingo Province say they are excited about developments happening in communities, hence they will continue supporting President Emmerson Mnangagwa's Vision 2030.
The Youth Inter-District meeting saw the leadership addressing issues affecting the generation.
We are not going to tolerate as Youth League those who are not taking some in. Tinoda kuti shefu mkuru wenyika vakatindira zvakanaka through yeable leadership imimi nawapa chakaire. Takabva tanzi takuenda kuma district lands committees ndo kwatakunomiririra nyaya dzedu.
Ma programs ari kuitwa nehurumende
neari kuitwa napresident baba vamunangagwa kuburikidza nemusangano weZANU-PF akanyanya kunangana nemayouth zvekare kuno kumashonaland west province kwanga kune maissues ekuti mayouth ari kuchemawo nenyaya dzeempowerment tichauya nhasi nehuku dzatapuwa napresident kuti dziuye kumayouth.
The ZANU-PF political leadership advised youth to take advantage of empowerment programs in place.
It's time for you to come up with mechanisms ekuti tinogona sei kuti tipawe magroup tinogona kushandisa methods api muri vechidiki munogona kuita find new methods.
200,000 tons padenga yekutengesa kune dzimwe nyika ndozvikuiwa napresident vedu vakatanga iri koroma paseru vakaenda kukuwange kunoita marasha.
The ruling party has put in place various youth empowerment projects in fields such as mining and agriculture.
The ZANU-PF Masvingo Youth League gathered for a provincial inter-district meeting this Sunday where they pledged to remain united working for the party.
Tatenderana zvikuru kuti tiri kutsigira urongwa hwese huri kuitwa nababa vedu, baba vamunangagwa vanova president vedu. Ikafara kuona budiriro iri kuitwa nemadevelopments avari kuita baba vamunangagwa. Tikatarisa kana zvipatara zviri kuvakwa, zvikoro vamwe vezera redu vari kumashure kwedu kezvino vari kutoendawo kuzvikoro, madhemu, road dziri kugadzirwa.
The ZANU-PF Deputy Secretary for Youth Affairs, Comrade John Paradza, urged the youths to remain loyal to the party and to respect the party leadership.
President Idi Mnangagwa ndi president watinodada naye isu sevechidiki, isu basa redu semayouth, basa redu ndere kudefenda msangano, basa redu ndere kudefenda president Idi Mnangagwa nekupopularize zvirongwa zviri kuita president muno munyika.
The Masvingo provincial leadership challenged the youths to remain disciplined and to support all developmental programs led by President Mnangagwa.
Minda vanayo vakawanda dzotisatara nayo tose asi president vanosungira kuti 20% inofanira kualloketwa kumayouth. Imi mayouth ndimatova nebasa rokuti muchizoita take over kwatiri, asi hatigoni kuti muite take over kana iri muchingova mayouth asina kurongeka.
The ZANU-PF provincial inter-district meeting comes ahead of a National Youth Assembly to be held in August this year.
On that note, we get more news from our Montrose studios in Bulawayo, where Dora is on standby. Good evening, Dora.
Thank you so much, Yvonne and Tanaka. Good evening to you. And still on Sunday edition, frost attack has left farmers from Kensington area in Bulawayo counting their losses after it destroyed their produce.
Located on the outskirts of Bulawayo, Kensington farmers are known suppliers of horticultural produce on a year-round basis due to their proximity. A drop in the temperatures coupled with an erratic rainfall pattern has seen farmers counting losses after a frost attack destroyed their almost ready produce.
A problem lonyaka ibe kabili. Sibe le problem yezulu ukuthi alinanga kakhulu. That is number one. Still a challenge again when it comes to Zesa. Is on and off, so in this type of weather, especially winter, it becomes very difficult. What can we say solar? Because this solar it also needs ilanga. Now there is no longer you can't do anything.
Hayi lo nyaka kufanani le minyaka yonke. Eminyakeni kwakube ngcono nxa ukuthi izulu linile kakhulu umgodi yabula amanzi amaningi. Khathesi sokuyikuthi amanzi kawakho malutshwane.
Zvegoreno izvi zvakadzikira zvisingaiti nenyaya yekuti mvura yedu ndiyo shoma. Saka takadzikira zvisingaiti asi dai tine mvura zvinhu zvedu zvitifambira zvisingaiti.
The agronomist with the local seed company who is responsible for Matabeleland and the Midlands province, Selina Sakupanya, confirmed that the cold spell has left a trail of destruction for horticultural farmers.
For the cold spell that did hit the Midlands province in the first week and second week of June, it really did some great damage to the crop across the province, and areas like Zvishavane, Mvuma, Gweru, Mberengwa. It left quite a disastrous trail as it affected over 13 hectares of tomatoes, and these include the determinate and the indeterminate types of tomatoes. As you are aware that farmers in Zhishavane, most commercial farmers are doing the indeterminate type of tomatoes and some parts of Gweru. So this is a huge loss economically, as the farmers would have invested in things like your chemicals, your fertilizers, fuels, electricity, labor. So we encourage farmers to invest in the greenhouse technology, as we are aware that Midlands, places such as Kwekwe and Gweru experience low temperatures during the winter months.
Horticulture is a key enabler of the economy, with the government supporting its revitalization through the establishment of the Presidential Horticulture Program meant to empower rural communities. Mthokozisi Dube, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
A Chinese mining company in Shurugwi has expressed commitment to initiate commercial agriculture-related activities in line with government's Agriculture 8.0 policy. Tafaraj Kumira has the report.
It is a shot in the arm for the Shurugwi community as an emerging mining giant, Chengetai Shinshi Mine, made a donation of 60,000 metric tons of mealie to complement government efforts in the fight against the El Nino-induced drought. It emerged during the donation that the mining company has lined up a number of projects to empower the Shurugwi community and fight the effects of climate change.
We want to work very closely with the Ministry of Lands and Agriculture to also roll out this program of 1 hectare per ward of doing intensive agriculture, in particular market gardening, because it has to have a commercial aspect to it, so that it's also, something which generates income for the youths and the people who will be partaking in these programs. So we are going to be mostly using Chinese technology to best enhance the horticultural crops which are going to be produced by our communities. Phase 2 has to do with animal husbandry, which is small livestock.
The community is equally excited by the projects being generated by the mining company.
Maboho vatitira marod tibatsira namatrucks nemadhizera ekugadzira migwagwa kutaura kudai kwanga kusingafambi mabhazi makore namakore mabhazi akufamba.
Isu sevanhu vapuwa zvekudya tinonzwa kufara zvizhinji tichitenda utungamiriri hwava Mnangagwa unoti kambani imwe neimwe ngaidzosere zvainenge yatoravo kuruzhinji rwedunhu iroro.
Government commended the mining company for its sound corporate responsibility programs.
This noble corporate social responsibility initiative exhibited by the mining company directly augments the Second Republic's drought relief program underpinned by the Zundera Mambo and other social safety nets upheld through the Department of Social Welfare as well as development partners.
In April this year, President Emmerson Mnangagwa declared the El Nino-induced drought a national disaster, with development partners expected to come on board to cushion vulnerable households. Tafaraj Kumira, ZBC News, Gweru.
Government says it is working on adopting policies that promote skills development, including engaging tertiary institutions to continually update their curriculum to focus on producing students with relevant skills for economic development.
With the country's skills base at 38%, stakeholders are in agreement that there is need for coordination between training institutions and the industry to produce graduates with relevant skills for economic development. This came out during a provincial stakeholders consultation meeting held in Masvingo.
The relationship that should exist between teaching institutions or training institutions and the industry is critical for economic development. Universities have got a serious business of training individuals or training graduates that should fit squarely into the industries.
Now that we know where the gaps are, now that we know what the other partners in the province are, we are going to work towards producing a graduate who is responsive to the needs of the province.
Government says it is working on adopting policies that promote skills revolution in line with the new digital economy.
We want to transform the skills landscape, the ecosystem, so that all the skills that are produced by our higher and tertiary institutions. They are absorbed in the market.
By establishing the Ministry of Skills Audit and Devolution, government has shown commitment to address the 62% skills deficit and ensure skills development in the critical areas of engineering and technology, national and applied sciences, and agriculture. Ms. Martina, ZBC News, Masvingo.
We'll now take a look at the segment Time in African. On this eve of the 25th anniversary of the death of Vice President Dr. Joshua Nyongolo Nkomo, we look at his contribution to the liberation and independence of Zimbabwe in this week's Salmon African feature.
The Unity Accord of 1987 remains the country's fortress of peace, unity and oneness, and as one of the signatories to the landmark agreement, Joshua Nyongolo Nkomo, Zimbabwe's former vice president who died on 1 July 1999, is a liberation icon who left an indelible mark. On this eve of his 25th death anniversary, Zimbabwe remains highly indebted to his contribution to the country's independence in 1980, having founded the Zimbabwe African People's Union, ZAPU, in 1961. Comrade Nkomo's political career was rooted in trade unionism, representing black railway workers of the Railway Workers' Union and the Southern Rhodesian chapter of the African National Congress. After his release from prison by the Rhodesian government in 1974, Comrade Nkomo went to Zambia, leading ZAPU and its wing, ZIPRA, in the armed struggle and fought tirelessly to weaken the Rhodesian government through guerrilla and conventional warfare, alongside the Zanda forces of the Zimbabwe African Union, ZANU. The downfall of the Rhodesian government saw Comrade Nkomo and the late President, Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe, taking part in the Lancaster House Conference that created a constitution for an independent Zimbabwe. The formation of the Unity Accord in 1987 was a monumental occasion in Zimbabwe's history that witnessed the merging of the ZAPU and ZANU into the Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, ZANU-PF, creating a firm foundation for Zimbabwe's political stability and democracy under national black rule. Dr. Nkomo assumed the post of the country's vice president and second secretary of the ruling ZANU-PF party until his death on 1 July 1999.
The priority is now nation building, social and economic progress. We cannot move forward if we are divided. We have to work as a nation together. Zimbabwe has people of various colors, but they are one. Once we all understand that, once we give our best to our country, Zimbabwe is a wonderful country.
The statue of the late great statesman stands firmly tall in the country's seat of Bulawayo, affirming his place in the history books as the hallmark of selflessness, commitment to peace, and boldness in the fight for the emancipation and the liberation of not only Zimbabweans, but Africans in general.
And 25 years later, his legacy still lives on, and may his dear soul continue to rest in peace. With that, we're off to a break. Thereafter, we take you back to our Pocket Soul studios for more news. Do stay with us.
This is the currency we've been waiting for. A currency that's not just paper and coins, but a symbol of Zimbabwe's rich resources and stability. That's Zimbabwe Gold. This is ZIG, Let's dive into what makes ZiG not just a new currency, but a new beginning for Zimbabwe's economy. ZiG is born out of a blend of traditional and innovative financial wisdom, anchored in gold and precious metals, along with foreign currency reserves. This backing isn't just for show, it's a promise of stability and trust, ensuring that ZiG's value is as solid as the gold it's pegged to. From the bustling markets of Harare to the serene landscapes of rural Zimbabwe, ZiG is set to become the medium of exchange that's both reliable and accessible, with denominations ranging from ZiG 200 to ZiG 1 and even handy coins. It caters to every transaction, big or small. Transitioning to ZiG is a breeze. It's all about inclusivity, ensuring no one is left behind in Zimbabwe's financial renaissance. ZiG doesn't walk alone. It co-circulates with other foreign currencies under Zimbabwe's multi-currency system, enriching our financial landscape. It's a legal tender that not only simplifies transactions, but also restores confidence in our economy, promising a future where stability and growth go hand in hand. So why ZiG? Because it's more than just money. It's a symbol of Zimbabwe's resilience, a step towards an economy where stability is the norm, and every Zimbabwean can look forward to a prosperous future. Welcome to the era of Zimbabwe Gold, where our currency is our pride.
Zimbabwe's mining legacy is a story etched deep in our soil. It's a tale of hard work, resilience, and human ingenuity in unearthing riches and building a nation. This commitment to progress continues as mining industry players continue to unlock the vast potential of our mineral reserves, driving economic transformation through innovation, mineral beneficiation, and value addition. Are you ready to be part of the next chapter? Explore cutting-edge advancements and discover endless opportunities in Zimbabwe's expanding mining value chains at the 27th edition of Mine Entra, taking place from July 17 to 19, 2024 at the Zimbabwe International Exhibition Center in Bulawayo. Register via our website www.zitf.co.zw. Mine Entra 2024, unearthing success, the mining value chains, innovation and industrialization nexus.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a visionary leader to shape our future. Are you a commercially astute CEO with a passion for innovation and transformation? Do you have a proven track record in business strategy and digital aptitude? If so, this is your opportunity to lead ZBC into a new era. We need a CEO who can drive growth, foster a customer-centric culture, and embrace emerging technologies. You will be responsible for upholding the highest standards of corporate governance and risk management. Scan the QR code or visit www.ipcconsultants.com/jobs/100547 to apply. Don't miss this chance to shape the future of ZBC. Apply now and be the driving force behind ZBC's success.
You're still watching Sunday Edition. Thank you for staying with us. Now, Zimbabweans have a penchant for style and glamour. Just imagine a bride arriving for her own wedding reception aboard a helicopter. Find out more in our This and That feature.
When the bride flies for her wedding reception instead of the usual walk-in, it defines moments of splendor that many only wish for. In essence, every wedding is about the bride, and this day comes riding upon a lot of expectations. But what does it take for the groom to go this far? Delivering a wedding moment in such style should definitely be accompanied by some inspirational act.
Last time I was around, there was a wedding expo. So people were sharing ideas. It amongst the ideas, this was one of them, and I fell in love with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to go with this particular idea. try to execute it, see how classy it looks. So you tell me the feedback. The pride is the only reason I'm here. Even if I was in a court, I would have done it still. I don't know if a helicopter lands in a major street court, but it's still.
That confession of dedication to love is even mind-blowing.
Honest dream of having a beautiful wedding, and as for me, my dream was fulfilled of coming with the helicopter with my mom, and I was happy. I was so happy, but at the same time I was nervous.
Arriving at one's own wedding in style remains traditionally important. There have been experiences of horse-drawn carriages, vintage cars, motorcycles, and even elephants. Regardless of the venue, how the bride is transported is a central theme of her special day. It definitely sets a pretty awesome tone and creates lasting memories of glitz and glamour.
Zimbabweans have shown the extent to which they will go in creating lasting, beautiful memories in whatever occasion that they do. Showbiz News, Victoria Falls.
What a wonderful way of creating memories. That's a look at our this and that. We now take a look at Showbiz. Government says it is creating an enabling regulatory framework to plug the widening gap of digital transformation and promote industrial development.
The relentless advances in technology and innovation globally continues to transform industry and, in general, the human and social fabric of modern society. From driverless cars, agricultural automation and moisture control, along with advances in health, concerns have been raised on the yawning gap between developed and developing worlds in the implementation of digital transformation.
We have partnered with Google. We have also partnered with Microsoft. And with Microsoft, we've also evolved and we're adopting new technologies in terms of AI. We've actually launched Microsoft Co-Piloting, and we did a webinar about 2 weeks ago where we invited experts and we were discussing and just exchanging insights in terms of how to improve.
In the next 6 months, we'll be launching prototypes in different areas: artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning, data analytics, so that Zimbabwe can be among the most advanced countries in terms of technologies.
Switzerland-based economic commentator Kudzai Mutisi is of the view that there are high stakes involved in closing the gap between Africa and the developed world, which requires government's policy intervention.
Let's look at ways of actually saying to the nation, this is the way to go. Let's look at ways of saying to industry, this is the way to go. You're looking for a solution, you get the solution through AI. AI means, machine learning, means that, ideas that can be implemented using artificial intelligence in order to find solutions.
ICT, Courier and Postal Services Minister Honorable Tatenda Mamavetera noted recently on the sidelines of the just-ended Mobile World Congress in China that government is creating an enabling environment for the private sector.
We are very grateful that our president has got a thrust, which is very clear, to make sure that we pursue private-led development as government. And the way the Ministry of ICT has engaged in a private-public partnership, which will see us invest greatly in digital infrastructure.
In the United Kingdom, an artificial intelligence-inspired candidate is standing for elections among a host of other human candidates, sparking a huge debate on how technology, especially artificial intelligence, will either replace or improve human interaction at the workplace and society in general. Owen Mendova, ZBC News, Harare.
That's it for Showbiz S&T. Up next. A student from St. Peter's College in Harare has developed a groundbreaking health chatbot leveraging on the Education 5.0 model, which emphasizes on innovation and problem solving.
In a landmark development, Takudzwa Munderere, a student at the St. Peter's College in Harare's Highfield suburb, has developed a chatbot software which has the potential to improve access to health-related information. Takudzwa's journey began with a passion for software development, and he saw an opportunity to apply his skills to address healthcare challenges in his community.
It's a chatbot really based pa Telegram. Rinobatsira in terms of health sector. Rinokubatsira zvinhu zvaunokwanisa kutanga waita usati waenda kuchipatara. Kuti for example kana iri korera rokwanisa kutanga rakudza kuti zvenizvo kuti usatanga wabatwa nekorera racho unoita sei.
Innovative tool has a number of advantages, including timely and accurate responses.
Unokwanisa kuribvunza mubvunzo richikuanza neinterface yezvefeedback kuti angakwanisa kunge pauya chimwe chirwere, so wangotaura chirwere ichocho wakumazoona kune chirwere chakadai, so yakuita maresearches towedzera futi information iyo pabot nepamba unokwanisa kuisa imwe information yaunonyora kufeedback kuti tokwanisa kuchiita maimprovements sei kuti chiita se chibatsiri.
Takudzwa hopes to work with the Ministry of Health and Child Care in developing the project for it to transform the country's health sector.
Inini shwiro yangu ndeyekuti ndishandewo nevanhu veMinistry of Health neveChild Care kuti chatbot iri rikwanise kuita se kubatsira ribenefite vana neve vanenge vachirwara.
With initiatives such as the Education 5.0 model, government is paving the way for a new generation of innovators who will shape the country's future and inspire others to do the same.
It is quite soothing to see young people working on good projects in order to make the world a better place. That's a look at science and technology. We take a look at sport after the break.
Kuqakathekile ukuqala ilanga lakho kuhle langelihlakanipho. Nestle Ceravita. Highly nutritious, simply delicious.
In today's fast-paced world, paying in Zig is not just about exchanging physical cash. It's about tapping into the electronic payment space, where convenience meets technology. On Zimbabwe's stable, safe, sound, and efficient national payment system, experience seamless transactions at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Join the future of payments today with Zig. Secure, reliable, effortless. Pay the smart way. Pay with Zig.
Mama said, don't work hard, work soft, it'll be alright. So soft, soft care. Soft, soft care. Soft care.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a visionary leader to shape our future. Are you a commercially astute CEO with a passion for innovation and transformation? Do you have a proven track record in business strategy and digital aptitude? If so, this is your opportunity to lead ZBC into a new era. We need a CEO who can drive growth, foster a customer-centric culture, and embrace emerging technologies. You will be responsible for upholding the highest standards of corporate governance and risk management. Scan the QR code or visit www.ipcconsultants.com/jobs/100547 to apply. Don't miss this chance to shape the future of ZBC. Apply now and be the driving force behind ZBC's success.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Sunday edition. Thank you for staying with us. Now in sport, the Zimbabwe Warriors seem to be on course to wrestle the COSAFA crown from record holders and defending champions, the Chipolopolo of Zambia, after beating them 2-0 in a Group B match played this afternoon.
After missing the 2023 COSAFA edition due to the FIFA suspension, the Warriors returned to the regional tournament eager to demonstrate that their six-time triumph has not been a fluke. The Warriors, who kick-started their campaign with a 1-0 win over the Comoros, also made no mistake by dispatching holders 2-0. Chipolopolo have won the regional tournament a record 7 times and are chasing a treble, while the Warriors are 6-time winners of the tournament. Goals from Michael Tapera and Takunda Benura ensure the Warriors book a quarterfinal berth. Tapera and Benura struck in the first half. Now on 6 points, the Warriors have opened a 3-point gap after guest Kenya fell 2-0 to the Comoros in an early kickoff fixture. The Warriors became the first team to storm to the last 8. Action shifts to Group C this month with Angola dating Seychelles at Wolfson Stadium in an early kickoff, while Namibia take on Lesotho at the same facility. Mchogozi Stube, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
Dynamos have retraced their way to the Premier Soccer League top 6 after a 1-0 victory against Green Fuel at Rufaro Stadium this Sunday.
A rare goal from Satni Urikop in added time was all that Dynamos needed to subdue a battling Green Fuel and also to give late former striker Norman Maroto a befitting send-off. Urikop, who came on as a second-half substitute, lit up the game in the second half and was unlucky at times, but his relentless efforts were rewarded in the 91st minute as he headed Dynamos' goal. His bullet header was all that Dynamos needed to conclude the first half of the season in style, collecting maximum points at home to ascend to 6th on the log standings. Log leaders FC Platinum failed to extend their lead at the top of the standings as they were yelled to a 1-0 draw by Premier League returnees Tel 1 at Mandava Stadium. Elsewhere, Chegutu Pirates won the battle of the debutants after beating RNL Movers by a goal to 0. In the other two matches, Wanke and Bikita Minerals could not be separated as they drew 2-0 at the Colliery, while Chicken Inn shared the spoils with the Rentals ahead of the one-weekend-long mid-season break. FC Platinum still hold a slim 3-point lead in the Premier Soccer League halfway through the season, with Manika Diamonds and Ngeze Platinum completing the top 3. Reynaud Ngwarati, ZBC News.
Sport continues to carry the hopes of many young people in both urban and rural areas of Zimbabwe, with many hoping to make a living out of it.
Deep down in rural outskirts, far away from schools and academies, only hopes and dreams spur the youngsters. While there is no guarantee of them getting football scholarships and showcasing their talents to the world, the young boys and girls from the farms in Seke district are armed with just belief that there is no hindrance to greatness. Though the majority do not have sporting gear or even basic shoes, they do not stop dreaming that they can match some of the best talents in the world or even surpass them.
nebhora nekuti bhora nekuti hapana zvimwe zvinhu zvatingaitewo kunze kwebhora ratototamba. Hakuna na Liverpool, Man U watozoonekwawo paTV uchitambawo bhora. Tinotarisira kuti bhora iri rinotisvitsa rinotosvitsa kure chaiko. Kure ratosvika kure naro. Wozei makochi edu manje achanozoshaya mari yekuzoti tizoendawo kune dzimwe nzvimbo.
Kamusimbiro katikaita pakutrainwa apa takatrainwa zvakanyanya nditi. Saka tinotarisira kuti kumberi uku tichanohwina, tichakurumbira tichaenda kumberi.
Isusu mulife tizonikwawo nedzimwe nyika tichitambawo volleyball.
For the local leadership, their priority is to bring the children closer to their dreams, though they wish more could be done for the upcoming stars.
Tisote kusapoto vision yemutungamiri wenyika tiripo pakuita masports tichidzidzisa vana kuti ndezvipi zvakaipira madrugs.
5 schools were supposed to participate at the tourney, but the lack of resources affected the other 2, resulting in only 3 schools managing to take part in the tournament, where sport codes such as volleyball, soccer and netball were played. Reynaud Ngwarati, ZBC News.
Bernard Gunn from the AK-47 Spinning Stable won the 4th edition of the ZKS Spinning Contest held in Bulawayo on Saturday.
Spinning is slowly generating an interest across generations in Bulawayo. The establishment of the ZKS Spinning Arena has raised an interest in the sport, with hundreds thronging the venue for the fourth burnout. The fourth burnout had $1,000 prize money up for grabs, and AK-47's Bernard gun took spectators by surprise as he went on to display some spinning skills, which kept the crowd on its toes.
This is our fourth edition. Sivulinda Sayenza, and what I'm seeing in fourth edition is our territory.
Gun pocketed half of the prize money after narrowly winning it from close challenger Zambia's Dos Santos. Spinning has been recognized as a sport, and spinners are urging custodians of the sport to popularize it by facilitating the construction of arenas across the country.
I started this game a while ago when I was young. My dad was the founder of it.
I love the sport. I just wish that we could have more pitches like this. We're thankful that the guys did a pitch for us here in Bulawayo. We're just looking for, the government to make us more pitches in all the other cities.
The recognition of the sport by government has motivated organizers Eketelo Mlilo to aim higher.
Fourth penalty esiyenzayo kodwa show yes5 enye sabalayo yayingaso edition yamhla ka-18 April yaba yishow nje kuphela ukujabulela uzibusi, kodwa ke namhlanje kwesile fourth edition yethu bakuthakazelela uyinto lokube kuyinto nje ekade ihleli isemgwaqweni ingavumelekanga, so khathesi nje uhulumende wasivumela sebakurecognize lokuthi kube yi-sport.
Xavier scooped third place in a contest which, apart from local participants, also had spinners from Zambia. Mthokozi Stube, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
Well, speak of adrenaline junkies, while some people find it frightening to watch, some actually do love their sport. Let's look at sports news for tonight. We take a look at Showbiz right after this break.
Staying with us.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Sunday edition. Now in Showbiz, one of the songs that are trending, could I say everywhere, is still topping the charts. Akilities Kanandanyura took the crown this week on the Power FM Top 40 chart show.
The song that was relegated to second last week by Winkidis Iyeye reclaimed the pole position this week. Master H is doing well on the chart with his song Dance Around Together, moving 3 places up the ladder to third this week. Julian King is this week's biggest climber with his song Fire Brigade, which moved from 23rd to 8th this week. Wally Ten's Madafela made a drastic fall from 3rd last week to 22nd, making it the chart's biggest dropper. 4 new songs made it in the chart this week, including Shashu's latest offering Nemoyo, which occupied position 7, and a collaborative effort, Majarajita, by Nisha TS and Master Edge. Patience Nyagati, ZBC News, Harare.
Now, a number of artists unveiled new music this weekend.
The City of Kings was buzzing with gospel fever this past weekend as celebrated local artist Pastor Barak hosted a live DVD recording. Pastor Barak, known for his powerful vocals and inspiring lyrics, launched into his set with a soulful, stirring rendition of his new song, Shalalapa. It was more than just a concert, as the event served as a powerful display of Bulawayo's vibrant gospel music scene. In Mutare, another gospel star, Blessing Shumba, unveiled 2 albums dubbed Christos and King of Kings. The gospel star churned out 6 songs out of his English album King of Kings and 11 others from the album Christos, which is a Shona-picked production. In Harare, Mangwa's launch was the major attraction in the city. The Sungura star performed songs of his new offering, dubbed Huzukwende. Patience Nyagato, Showbiz News, Harare.
Well, Showbiz is wrapping up Sunday edition for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us, but we will leave you watching our video of the week. Well, this song has been trending on social media, particularly TikTok, and we've seen a lot of people actually making songs, singing along to this song, and I think, yeah, people love it so much. The funny thing is that it's being used by all age groups. It's blending well amongst all age groups.
It is, but then another funny thing is you will see the video that we're talking about, but then people only seem to know one part, and then you'd think, oh my goodness, is this the only part? What else is there to the song? So we will not give it away, because if we tell you the part that you guys are always singing along to TikTok, you will know the song that we're talking about. But
we are going to be giving you the original. The song is titled Hakuna Chinoramba by psalmist Lamindi Dube, featuring followers of Christ. Do enjoy.
Good night.